Welcome, collectors and diecast enthusiasts. Thank you so much for joining me for this installment of Diecast Emporium. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the Classic Construction Models Caterpillar 6030 mining shovel, the backhoe configuration. There is also the front shovel configuration of this model. So if you are interested in seeing that review as well, please check out the suggested link at the top right corner of your screen right now. So the CAT 6030 hydraulic mining shovel Backhoe is a limited edition one-time production run from Classic Construction Models. This diecast model is highly accurate in every way. It's 1/48 scale, and the model measures approximately 14 inches long, 6.1 inches wide, and 6.25 inches tall. Notable features and areas of extensive detailing on this mining shovel include a positionable bucket, stick, and boom, radiators visible through the side and back of the machine, individually linked free-rolling tracks, ladders and ladder cage, accurately replicated hydraulic lines, opening cab door, detailed instrumentation, joystick controls, warning and safety labels, fire suppression bottles, ladders, mirrors and lights, grab and handrails, maintenance access points, maintenance platforms, and functioning access stairways. Now, a little bit of background information about the real 6030. It was designed to operate reliably in some of the most demanding and mining applications. It relies on faster cycle times with greater control, resulting in an increase in productivity with a lower cost per ton. Power for this machine comes from the two CAT C27 Assert diesel engines, which produce 1,530 horsepower, or alternatively, an electric version is available for applications which don't require as much portability. With a bucket capacity of 22.2 cubic yards, delivering a payload of 34 tons per pass, the 6030 is perfectly paired with a number of CAT mining trucks to provide optimal pass match pairings, maximizing the number of material moved throughout the shift. Utilizing an improved pump management system improves the machine's control and component life while reducing fuel consumption and noise emissions through constant evaluation of engine and hydraulic performance, adjusting pump output accordingly to current conditions. The closed-loop swing circuit further improves machine efficiency with the energy recovery capability, feeding kinetic energy captured during the swing motion into the system during deceleration. Energy is saved during deceleration because braking occurs via counteracting controls as opposed to the throttle used in an open circuit swing system. Energy is also saved during deceleration via torque control, providing a pressure balance valve that controls the swing pump against pressure in the closed-loop system. Incorporating modern technologies, such as the CAT MineStar system, supply real-time fleet tracking, high-precision terrain management, and enhance site safety detection with in-cab display. Providing detailed troubleshooting and diagnostic capabilities, the hydraulic mining shovel monitoring and detection system in place allows for the earliest possible detection of faults and allows for timely maintenance planning and repairs. So that's background information about the real machine. As far as the model goes, we've already gone over the basic details that it's 1/48 scale, predominantly made of die-cast. 750 were made of the hydraulic mining shovel backhoe configuration. And when this came out towards the end of 2021, the MSRP straight from CCM was $734.95. The model comes in the standard black CAT CCM box, but of course the box was too big for the display area. So if you want to see what the box looks like, I invite you to check out pictures that I've posted on my Instagram account. Also included in the box is the now familiar serial numbered spec brochure that you get with all modern day CCM models. Here's what the backhoe configuration looks like. You can see my serial number, number 53 of 750, and it's attested and signed by Gary Peterson. If you open it up, it provides you with yet more bathroom reading material, so you can fill your noggin full of information on the 6030s. Finally, on the back, you are provided with a picture of a 777F truck being loaded, which is, again, one of the perfect truck matches for this size mining shovel. Okay, let's begin the model review now in earnest. Inside the box, obviously the model is there, but you also are provided with a pointer tool, which is helpful to get the back of the cab door open, and a small Allen wrench, seen here. Now, if you have any of the other classic construction models, large mining shovels, you already know what this small Allen wrench is for. But for those that may be new, if you look here at the bottom of the cylinder jackets, and again, it might be a little bit hard to see, but there's a small hole here and a corresponding small hole on the other side here. Now, the idea is if you want to display this in your display case with the boom in an upward position, for lack of a better term, the Allen wrench goes through those holes and you lock it in position so that the heavy metal die-cast boom does not go down over time. So that's what the Allen wrench is used for. All right, let's take a look at the details on this model because they are quite impressive. You've already seen some of the items listed during the description part, but the decals are quite impressive. The Cat Modern Hex, the 6030, your warning labels and tie-down points all throughout just look incredibly impressive. You have protection guarding on the cab, your protection guarding on the stairs and the railings. Your railings, again, all metal, thin to scale, including on the drop-down staircase seen here. Your opening maintenance access points look particularly good on this model. You can even have a O gauge or 1/50th scale figure going inside to do some standard maintenance. If you look here, there's a small warning horn on the left-hand side of the machine. Hydraulic lines, there's no shortage of those all throughout this model. Again, they are flexible and rubber. There's yellow ones on the main portion leading down into the guts of the machine towards the back of it. Here's your 4 large fire suppression tanks, and they even have their own safety stickers on them. But this is probably one of the more impressive details on the model, at least in my opinion, and that's the fans that, again, are see-through and perforated. Some reflective lights, again, on the back, which look good. No less than 4 large exhaust stacks on this model with air cleaners. Your walkways, again, perforated and see-through, small warning labels. There's no shortage of eye-catching and conversation-starting pieces on this model. It certainly appears as though CCM is back to their typical quality, and that is absolutely evident on this 6030. Okay, let's start with the functionality aspect of the review now. We'll begin with the folding down access staircase. Now, I will address this question that I received on Instagram now. It will go down to a depth of here, which is just about level with the tracks, but on mine, without forcing anything, it will only go up to here. Now, the metal tracks, again, are metal. They are linked together. You can move them by hand, and if your surface has any bit of friction, or if you push down on the machine heavily, you can make the tracks move, again, but this is a pretty smooth surface, so you're not going to see a whole lot of movement there. If we turn the machine around towards the back, you can see the opening cab door. This is where the pointer really comes into its own. Stick the pointer into the back, pop open the door, and again, if you wanted to have a worker or an operator figure, you can have him entering the cab from the rear. Now, before this review, I spent about an hour and a half looking over this model, and by measure of full disclosure, I don't personally believe there are any other opening features on this model, but I could be wrong, so take that with a grain of salt. If I do find that there are any other additional opening features on this model, I will include them in the comment section of this video. Okay, so you've seen the tracks, you've seen the opening doors, you've seen the folding down access stair, so that primarily leaves us with the main excavator functionality. Well, you can rotate it 360 degrees, so I will demonstrate that now. It is pretty stiff, at least initially, but with a little bit of persuasion, you can rotate it 360 degrees. Okay, now, as far as your boom, stick, and bucket, bear in mind this is a very heavy and very large die-cast model. So you want to use a little bit more care than you typically would use on some of your lower end models. Your boom will go up to here, at least on mine, without forcing anything. And again, if you wanted to have it in a raised position for your display case, this is where you would take the provided small Allen wrench, turn your small holes here, and lock it into position, because this will deflect down over time. The boom is simply too heavy to be able to support its own weight. As far as the stick, again, without forcing anything, mine will go out to here. Very reasonable, nothing to complain about there. Once again, without forcing anything, my bucket will come into here. Also, perfect, nothing to complain about there. At the lower end of things, if you wanted to have this machine at rest after a long shift in the mine will come down to here. Once again, without forcing anything too terribly much. So, that will conclude my review of the Classic Construction Models 1/48 scale Caterpillar 6030 mining shovel in the backhoe configuration. Guys, overall, I can't emphasize this enough. CCM is back, and they're back in a big way. This is a fantastic model. It will complement your construction or mining collection perfectly, especially if you have a suitable haul truck to pose next to this, such as the CCM 777G. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like, leave us a comment, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel as I upload videos weekly. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'll see you in the next review.